A little later, when I rose to go, the goat rose too, and when I started walking homewards, she followed me unsteadily, her thin, angular legs taking her this way and that. So after some time, he got up from the bank of the riverside and he started walking home. At that time, what happened? The goat also started walking along with him. And she followed me unsteadily. Her legs were shaking. It was a small baby goat. It could not walk too much. But it followed him till the house. Go home, I said, as she danced around me. But home apparently was on the other side of the river bed, and she followed me to its bank. Now, this author, he had to cross the stream, the small stream. So, the baby goat was very small. It could not walk too much. So, it was getting frightened to walk through the water. So, it was obvious that her trembling legs would not stand up to the current. So, I took her in my arms and carried her across the stream. So, you know what he did? He carried the goat in his arms and both of them together went home. When I set her down, hoping she would now find her way home, she remained beside me, rubbing her warm body against my legs. So when they reached the other side of the stream, he put her down. But still the goat would not go. It stayed beside him, rubbing her warm body against his legs. I set out for home at a brisk pace, feeling sure that I would soon leave the youngster behind. So what did he do? He started walking fast. At a brisk pace means he started walking very quickly so that the goat would not follow him. But her teetering legs were stronger than I had supposed. So what is the meaning of teetering given there? Unsteady legs. She came along at a hop, skip and jumped right up to the gate of our house. So first she hopped a little, then she skipped and then she jumped and reached the gate of the house. There was nothing I could do but carry her in at the gate and present her to grandfather. Not another, said grandmother when she saw the goat in the veranda lapping at a saucer of milk. I have told you, both of you, again and again, that I will not tolerate another bird or animal in this house. So, when they reached the gate, grandmother was there outside. She saw the goat drinking milk from a saucer. So, she got angry with the author and told him and her grandfather that she will not allow any other animal or bird in this house again. It was easy to understand grandmother's objections. The recent depredations of Toto, a mischievous red monkey, and the special diet that had to be prepared for a growing young tiger had set grandmother against having any more pets. So grandmother got very angry when she saw Ruskin Bond coming in with the goat because she was fed up of the pet animals she had at home. The recent depredations of Toto, a mischievous red monkey, and the special diet that had to be prepared for a growing tiger had set grandmother against having any more pets. So she was fed up with a very naughty monkey. Mischievous red monkey means very naughty monkey. And what is the meaning of depredations? Means actions that could cause damage. So the monkey was always up to some mischief or the other, destroying some things at home. So the grandmother was very fed up with the monkey. And also she was fed up with the work because she had a young tiger at home and it had needed a special diet that must be prepared for it. A special diet means special food for the young growing tiger. So grandmother said, I don't want to have any more pets at home. I'm fed up with all the animals and birds at home. But it was grandfather who usually brought home the pets. Usually all the time grandfather was the person who brought the pets home. But this time it was the grandson. And grandmother, after much grumbling, eventually gave in to his whims. Whims means wishes. So after grumbling for some time, then grandmother said, okay, you do what you want. You bring the pet. So grandfather had to pretend he had purchased the goat as an investment. So grandfather said that he was the one who brought the goat. He bought the goat from the market, so that when the goat becomes big, when the goat grows up, they would get milk and he would be able to sell it and make money from that. So goat's milk is very good for your rheumatism. Rheumatism is a sickness, a disease that makes the muscles and joints stiff and painful. So rheumatism in Malayalam you say vadam. So the grandmother was suffering from that disease. So he told her that goat's milk will be very good for your rheumatism. This information made her more tolerant of the new pet, though she observed that it would be some time before the goat would give any milk. So she thought, oh, when the goat grows up, he will give me milk, and like grandfather said, that milk will be good for my rheumatism. As all our pets soon acquired names of their own, my goat was named Tinker Bell after the fairy in the story of Peter Pan. Peter Pan, name of the storybook, and in that there is a character Tinker, and there was something of the fairy about Tinker. She skipped about very daintily, and her feet seemed equipped with springs when she leapt about on the lawn. Daintily means in a delicate way, very gently. She used to walk around the garden, and sometimes she jumped, and when she jumped, it was thought that her feet had springs. I tied a little bell to her neck and always knew by its tinkling where she was likely to be. So whenever he heard the tinkling of the bell, he knew where the goat was, which place the goat was sitting or walking. She slept curled up at the foot of my bed and woke me in the morning by licking my feet, a sensation that was soothing and pleasant until Tinker started on my toes, which I would find too ticklish. So where did she sleep? She slept with Ruskin-born in his bed at the foot of the bed, and woke me in the morning by licking my feet, a sensation that was soothing and pleasant until Tinker started on my toes. What did she do in the morning to wake up the boy? She would start licking the feet. Haven't you seen the cats and the dogs and all licking the feet or playing with the children? So a sensation that was soothing and pleasant until Tinker started on my toes, which I would find too ticklish. So whenever the licking started or reached near my toes, I would find it tickling. So she loved an early morning walk and was in many ways a better companion than a dog. So she used to go for morning walks along with the boy, and he is telling that she was a very good friend, better than a dog. She did not wander off on her own or get into quarrels with cats, stray dogs or porcupines. Why did the author say that she was a very good companion? Because she did not go off on her own, or she did not get into fight with other cats or other stray dogs or porcupines. What are porcupines? Do you know? Mullampanni you say in Malayalam. The only things she chased were butterflies, and she would tumble into ditches and slither down hill slopes in her eagerness to follow them. So what did she do? She only ran after butterflies, and she went down, falling into the big holes. Ditches means holes, and also went slipping down the hill slopes in her eagerness to follow catching the butterflies. Now section 1 is over. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.